get into this, more Jay-Z news because apparently Solange, Beyonce's younger sister, is fearing that her sister's career and well-being could suffer if she continues to stand by her man, Jay-Z Sean Carter, Jay Sean Carter Z, is what I'm trying to say, but I messed that up. But whatever, we live. It is what it is. So, according to the Daily Mail, they said Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is currently locked in a legal fight against a woman who accused him of R-wording her when she was 13. So, we did do a previous story on the show that Beyonce is allegedly been left upset and concerned by the fact that this case has yet to be thrown out. That this is because y'all already know Beyonce loves to have a certain narrative regarding her private life. She has managed to keep her life under wraps. We don't really know much about what's going on in her situation except for the tea that she spilled on the Lemonade album. And remember that infamous incident of Solange in the elevator with Jay-Z, as y'all can see in this picture right here. But I actually think I have, yeah, there it is. I was like, I know I had the picture in here because there's always a method to my madness when I'm going to be talking about certain situations. So clearly, based off of some whatever happened in that elevator, Solange has never taken too kindly to Jay-Z. But as has been said on this show many a times, I don't know if Beyonce will ever leave Jay-Z because I feel like their money and everything else that's going on up in their careers and stuff is too tied up in this situation that I can't see her ever leaving him. Because it'd be the legal battle of the century when it comes down to the whole thing. But don't stay with no man for the sake of the kids, because we all know that don't work. And clearly, if Tina knew to get out of that relationship with Matthew, Beyonce, you could do the same when it comes to Jay-Z. But then again, Matthew don't have Jay-Z kind of money, and power and influence. So that situation could be totally different. But then again, these beehives ain't going to sit up out here and let Jay-Z do to her and get away with it, or try to do any kind of harm to Beyonce and get away with it. But then again, you have to think, like, are the Beehive as potent and and as protective as the Swifties or any of these other, what do you call it? These stan groups or whatever. So now a source close to Solange, who's 38, by the way, they love putting the age on a woman in here. We always talk about that in the show. Why y'all always got to put an age next to the woman name? But y'all don't do that to the men. And I have been noticing that. Although y'all have been doing that when it comes to Jay-Z recently. I guess maybe it's when it comes to the women, it's an ageist thing. And I guess when it comes to men of a certain age, it's an ageist thing too. So maybe it's all around ageism. But anyway, let's get to the thing. So it said a source close to Solange has exclusively revealed that the hitmaker's younger sister has been left fearing that there could be no coming back if Beyonce continues to support the father of her 3 children. In fact, the insider claims that Solange has long been vocal about her distaste for the rap star after he was caught being unfaithful to his wife. Y'all remember Lemonade, as we talked about earlier? Solange told Beyonce she warned her a decade ago, and she wouldn't listen. Oh, Virgos could definitely be hard-headed. So I believe that. Well, especially when you in love, or as in Beyonce's case, drunk in love. I live for a pun. Now, back in 2014, footage emerged, as y'all know, of Solange attacking Jay-Z in the elevator in what remains one of the most shocking and iconic, I will say, celebrity fights ever captured on camera. CCTV video bought up at the time, of course, by TMDMZ, because they love buying shit. But they said TMZ spent $250,000, $250,000 for the damn video footage. But I've been saying for years TMZ stay buying stuff. That's how they want to call it an exclusive. No, you went and dug into the biggie bank to get these exclusives. You having to pay for it. Child, I'm gonna put it up here for free. But anyway, so they said they paid for $250,000 that showed Beyonce along with her sister and Jay-Z piling into an elevator as they leave a Met Gala after party at the Standard High Line Hotel in Manhattan. But before the doors even fully closed, Solange jabbed her finger towards Jay-Z and appeared to start shouting angrily before throwing herself towards him, hitting and kicking the rapper. The large security guard eventually managed to restrain Solange and pull her off Jay-Z, but was able to stop her furiously kicking out at the rap star. At no obvious moment in the 58-second assault does Jay-Z retaliate, only grabbing Solange's foot at one point in an apparent attempt to stop her kicking. Now, despite the family rift and following the notorious elevator incident, and the fact that all three parties then called the truce, probably in the eyes of the public, but I'm sure behind the scenes, Solange still kind of giving that, I still don't like that knuckle. I still don't like his ugly ass. But if you gonna stand by your man and you gonna support him, then I'm gonna just look the other way. But sis, just know I don't like your damn husband. That's what Solange be giving me. So now they said, despite Solange is said to be deeply concerned not only for her sister's well-being but for her career. The insider claimed that the Cranes in the Sky singer believes if Jay-Z is brought down, it will affect Beyoncé on so many levels that there could be no coming back if she continues to support him. The source noted that Beyoncé is putting on a strong, united front with Jay-Z, but she's getting immense pressure from her sister, who's telling her, "I told you so." Now, they also said the Daily Mail has contacted reps for Solange for comment, and she has not responded. So this kind of makes me wonder. Um, Look, Beyonce done put out in that damn song that and guess if he step out on her, look, I can't remember the lyrics word for word, but y'all know the song. What she was talking about, look, if you step out and cheat on me again, you're gonna lose your wife. So in so many ways, she already gave him the warning. I don't know if he's cheated ever since, because Beyonce is all about perception and how people perceive her and all that other stuff in the eye of the public, which is why she keeps things under wraps and will only let y'all know what's the tea when she wants to put it in her music with, the laundry list of writers camps that she uses to write her songs, whatever the case is. And Solange is like, you know what? I can only go do but so much in a situation. But now that this stuff is coming out, whether it's true or not, now allegedly she's out here saying that, you know what? I tried to tell you, but you were so blinded. You looking the other way, and then also I guess maybe we have to look at it is that Beyonce has a lot to lose in regards to this. Not only are we looking at it from the career standpoint, but we also got to look at it, like I said before, with her how much of her money is tied up and connected to a lot of her endeavors with Jay-Z, who I believe in so many ways, because of his finger on the pulse of hip hop and him being in the top five, or should we say Mount Rushmore? Because whenever there's a conversation that comes out in hip hop circles, they always talk about who is the greatest rappers of all time, and Jay-Z is always one of the names that's mentioned within the top five of greatest rappers. When they say Mount Rushmore, there's usually four heads up there, but I like to put five because you got to have your top five Mount Rushmore. Even though, like I said, technically it's only four they got up on that mountain. Four heads. But in my head, I do five. But anyway, so when it comes down to it, he is one of those people that has a finger on the pulse. And with Beyonce trying to differentiate herself from being like that R&B Southern girl, whatever, with Destiny's Child, R&B pop, MTV, whatever, she had to get a little bit of that hood sensibility. So her linking up with Jay-Z definitely gave her cachet in that department. But at what cost, though? So she is one of the biggest stars on the planet. I'm not trying to discredit her talent, because she definitely has that. But everybody who gets in this industry needs help getting to where, if they want to go from point A to point B. And Jay-Z has definitely, in so many ways, helped her get there based off of his influence, his power, and of course, his talent of being like one of the greatest rappers. And we already know the jealous streak, allegedly, when, it was like, oh, you had certain artists who are other rappers outside of Jay-Z who performed with her, and how Jay-Z was coming across with getting very possessive. So that also makes me kind of look at it in that way. Also, me thinking back on those prior interviews that are recent, actually. This is not stuff that was said 10 years ago. This is stuff that was said like maybe a year or two ago, where Sean Paul has alluded to certain things about why he and he and Beyonce filmed Baby Boy separately. And then how there was certain artists that were on set with Beyonce where they was told not to be looking at her if she was dressed because in the music videos you dress provocatively for the sake of the visual. And the guys can sit up there licking their lips and lusting. Men can look, but as long as they're not putting their hands on her, what you getting jealous for? Which to me makes me think about why that may have been the reason why Jay-Z cheated. And I know y'all probably don't want to hear it, but you know this is called Chris Avalon Unfiltered. When you look at a Jay-Z, someone who was able to bag a Beyonce, and you see how Jay-Z looks aesthetically in that face, a lot of times when you get those men that are not conventionally attractive, that get with beautiful women, they think a lot of times in their mind the insecurity kicks in and they feel like they're not worthy of getting in a relationship with that person. So they sit, the insecurity starts to rile up, and then they realize it's like, I don't feel like I'm worthy of you. So let me go out and then the self-sabotage kicks in. So I think that's what that was. Because look, how many times Halle Berry been cheated on? How many times some of these other people that y'all see as the most beautiful person in the world, y'all be like, they're so gorgeous. Why they get cheated on? That'd be one of the reasons. Because a lot of these men out here, they feel like they measure up to these people that society, when they start all that, oh, you're the most beautiful person in the world, and so on and so forth, men start to feel away. And I feel like Jay-Z probably was feeling away. And that's why he cheated on her. But they allegedly managed to make it work out. But at the end of the day, marriages, they ain't always going to last forever. But if your sister allegedly is feeling a way of like, you know what, I am the one that's really out here worried and you're going to be your protector, then if this all turns out to be true, Beyonce, I know you all caught up in the, you got the rose-colored glasses on, and you got the blinders on, and you need to show a united front. But if Solange is out here seriously looking out for you, then maybe you need to listen to your sister. Because I don't think she would do that I don't think she's a hater or trying to destroy your own thing. Because here's the thing. The one thing I've always loved about Solange is that she was able to go out and do her own thing and be like this artsy type of musician, whereas Beyonce had to stay within the lines of being the big pop star. And Solange was able to go off and kind of do her little artistic thing. And no shade, but I tend to like Solange music more than I like her sisters, because I kind of like when people do their little unconventional, outside the box type of stuff. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Do y'all believe this story that's coming out regarding that Solange is, out here trying to protect her sister and worrying about that, everything that she's built, Beyonce, the whole empire, the whole Bay Empire may come crumbling down if she continues to stand by Jay-Z and all these shenanigans that he's getting caught up in? So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.